What is up, Chowder fam? It is time to get louder with Chowder once again. And obviously, we are back with another album review. That album being, in my opinion, the best pop punk record, Copacetic by Knuckle Puck. This album was released in 2015, and honestly, I feel like I don't talk about this album as much as I honestly should. This was the first and only full-length album this band had when I discovered them back in 2016 to 2017. I used to binge listen to this album during my high school years, and I occasionally go back to it every now and then, with this time being the time that I finally sit and talk about it and share it with at least someone. Before we get started though, if anyone has any recommendations for albums or singles, please comment them down below, as I might do a video where I sit and talk about 4 to 5 of the recommendations per video, depending on how much I get. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Negatives, 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 because this album has got a lot of positives. First and foremost, my main negative is the fact that the album fucking ends. You know, that was my same fucking complaint with Peripheral Vision. And then the only other negative is just it's just a tiny bit, it's just a little one. Because I honestly don't really care. Because I love the instrumental, but the last song going on for almost 8 minutes, with like 60 to 70 just being instrumental. 60 to 70%. Honestly, just a little critique, considering I still really love this song. We'll get into that later. Positives, positives, positives. The first song on this album that deserves some attention is Wall to Wall Depreciation, as it showcases what I love about this album. The instrumental is solid as hell, from the drumming to the guitar work to the bass work on this song. The lyrics and vocals are catchy, and I find myself wanting more and more of this. This song also showcases what I love about bands like Blink-182 in utilizing 2 vocalists, as you have the main one and the second one. I wish the second one had more parts in this though, in all honesty, but I feel like the songs are perfect how they are, especially this one. I think my favorite part on this song is the guitar slide, the fucking pick slide, at roughly 55 seconds that goes back into the energetic guitars and drumming. A really, really solid song. The second song on this album that deserves some attention is Disdain, as it showcases more of what I love about this album. The guitar parts in this song go so fucking hard, especially the little part at roughly 25 seconds. And all the little nuances that make me just fall in love with the guitar work more and more. The drum fills on this song go fucking crazy too, such as the part at roughly 1 minute and 3 seconds. This song is energetic with the instrumentals keeping me hooked. This song is honestly a peak pop punk song and a good showcase of why this album is my favorite.
It took 15 hours and a misconnection. Overwhelmed and I'm overstepping bounds.
The next song I want to talk about is Evergreen. This was the first song I ever heard from Knuckle Puck, and it's honestly my all-time favorite from them. Every time I go back to this song, I'm always taken back to when I first found it. The ending part of this song always gives me goosebumps, and I really don't know why, but I love it, and it's my favorite part of this album. The ending part is also the only reason why I found out who Real Friends was, due to their old vocalist having a part in this song at the end. The instrumental is pretty good in my opinion, and I love the fact that it's a bit more calm during the verse, and then the energy picks up and brings us into the chorus. This song is super catchy, and I think a prime example of what this era of pop punk was. The next and final song that I want to glaze is Pretense. First and foremost, the fucking pick slide in the intro goes so fucking hard. I don't know why I love pick slides so much, but Jesus Christ, it fucking makes my pussy wet, bro. This song also helps showcase why I love when bands have two vocalists. And honestly, I will dick ride that. Uh, I'll dick ride it, man. I fucking love when bands have two vocalists. I really fucking love it. You know, especially when they're having a really good back and forth. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Especially when it's done well. Especially when it's done well. I know I probably sound like a broken record at this point, but god fucking damn, I love the instrumentals. The guitar work goes crazy, especially this one part. And then the drumming is also fucking insane. Like, genuinely, one of the reasons why I wanted to play drums in the first place. The vocals also go hard, and the lyrics are catchy in my opinion. Genuinely, an S tier pop punk song.
How dare you kill me for not sticking around as if you ever did for me.
This conclusion is going to be long and is going to be a bit soppy. This album, every time I go back to it, brings me back to 2017, 2018 all over again. A time where I felt the most happy, and a time where I felt like I was on top of the world. This album was my soundtrack to that. Back before everything that happened. I took a walk home from work prior to finishing this script, and it was refreshing and nice to be able to go on a walk and reminisce on old memories that I cherish. I will admit, I did shed a few tears. It makes me miss those days, but at the same time, happy about where I've gotten since. Still to this day, I get chills when the first part of the song Untitled plays, and the ending part of Evergreen, just like I did back in the day. This album, in my opinion, is amazing in every single way, from the punching, energetic drums, to the fast and loud guitars, and all the subtle nuances in between, to the lyrics, and the utilization of two vocalists. This album is perfect. Copacetic means fine. And there's lyrics spread throughout that say everything is copacetic. And for the first time in a long time, everything is copacetic. This album is a solid 10 out of 10. If I can give it a higher score, I most definitely would. Thank you guys for getting louder with Chowder.
I'm so confused right now. What just happened?